guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we're gonna set up router on a stick using CISCO packet tracer. In this case, we have three VLANs, VLAN 10 for users, VLAN 20 for server. In the VLAN 10 we have the IP address 192.168.1.0/24, and the VLAN 20 we have the IP address, the network IP address 192.168.2.0/24. We also have the VLAN 1, the native VLAN, with the IP address 10.0.0.0/24 for communication between the router and the switch. Okay, so we're gonna make static VLAN, static virtual local area network. That means that we need to assign the ports to the VLAN. So in this case, we're gonna assign the interface pattern 0/2 to 9 to the VLAN 10, and from interface 10 to 20 to the VLAN 20. So we're gonna go to enable conf t configuration terminal, and we're gonna put the VLAN 10, and then we assign the name with the command name, and we put users. Okay, and then hit enter, and then exit, and we put VLAN 20, and then we put the name servers. Okay, then hit enter and exit, and then go to the interface range fast Ethernet 0 2 2 9. It means that all those ports we're gonna set up those ports, and then we put switch port mode access, and then switch port access VLAN 10, and then hit enter. Okay, it means that we put the range of the port that we need to set up to assign to that VLAN, and then exit, and then we're gonna set up the other range. So from 10 to 20, interface range fast Ethernet 0/10 to 20, and then we put switch port mode access, and then switch port access VLAN 20, and then exit, and then we're gonna set up the native VLAN or the interface VLAN 1, and we hit enter, and we put the IP address. So the IP address is IP@, space 10.0.0.2, space, and the subnet mask /24, and then hit enter and now shut2, and then exit, and then WR to save the configuration, and then show VLAN to check out the VLAN configuration. So we have VLAN 10, those ports are assigned on that VLAN, and VLAN 20, the name servers, and from fast Ethernet 0 to fast Ethernet 20. So it means that the configuration is good right now. So then we need to set up the router, but first we're gonna check out from the same VLAN we have communication, but if we want to ping from one PC to the server, we're not gonna have communication because it's in another VLAN. So we need a layer 3 device to communicate between different VLAN. Okay, so let's make the configuration on the router. We double click on the router, and that port, it should be trunk port, because there are different VLANs um, crossing that port, crossing that link. So go to enable conft and then we put interface giga ethernet 0/0 and no shutdown, and then exit. So right now the interface is up, but we need to create sub interfaces. So go interface 0/0.1, the VLAN 1, and we put encapsulation dot 1q, and we put the VLAN 1. We can also put the command native at the end because it's the native VLAN in this case. Then we put IP at 10.0.0.1, the subnet mask /24, and we put no shutdown. It is not necessary, but we can do it. Okay, and then we put we're gonna set up the other VLAN and the VLAN temp. So we put interface G 0/0.10, and we put encapsulation dot 1q10, the same number of the VLAN, and then we put IP at 192.168.1.1, and we put the subnet mask, and then hit enter and then exit. Okay, and then go to the other VLAN and the other sub interfaces. Interface G 0/0.20 encapsulation dot 1q20, and we change the the network IP address because it's that address. Okay, and then exit. And then do WR to say the configuration. And then we're gonna do this command to check out the configuration, show IP interface brief, and we can check out the configuration and the gigabit Ethernet 0/0. It doesn't have IP address, but we see that the status is up and the protocol is up. It means that the configuration, the interface is up, but and we can see the sub interfaces that the status is up and the protocol is up and the IP address is correct. So we can save the configuration. So then we need to check out that we need to set up the Tron port on the switch. So let's do it. So we can do this. We can check out first the ping to the router. We see that it's pinging, and then we're gonna set up the trunk port. Okay, so we see that the port is in interface fast Ethernet 01. So we put interface, so we need to go to conf t, and then we put interface fast Ethernet 01. Okay, so let's see. Okay, put 00, so I'm gonna put 01. Okay, and then we're gonna put switch port mode trunk, and then we're gonna put this command switch port trunk native VLAN choose port trunk allow VLAN 1, 10, 20 to allow only those VLAN on this trunk port. So then we can check out the configuration with show run config or show run, and we see that choose port trunk allow VLAN only allow the VLAN 1, 10 and 20, and we see the, the other ports that are on mode access. So then we can check out the interface VLAN also, and then we say the configuration with WR. Okay, so then right now it should be communication between different VLANs because we have already set up the configuration on the router, the, the router on a stick, also inter-vlan. So we're gonna ping from the computer to the web server. So we see that the first is an ARP request, and then we see the replies. Okay, we can also check out use the web browser because it is a web server, so we can see what's on the web server. We see that there is a website. Also, this other is a DNS server, so we can set up DNS server on this computer, putting 192.168.2.3, that is the DNS server, and then we're gonna see which pages it has. So we can see it has cisco.com and www.cisco.com, and it is going to the IP address 192.168.2.2. Okay, so we're gonna put cisco.com, and then we see that the page is open. Okay, we're gonna put www.cisco.com, and we see that it's working. Okay, so then, and also we can ping, we can do a NS lookup to check out the DNS information. We can see the address of the DNS server, and also we can see the address of the web page. So in this video we can see that first we didn't have communication between VLANs because there only was the switch set up, but when we set up the router, we had communication between the computer and the switches because it is making the routing. So when you have two VLANs, you need to have a layer 3 device, and also you need if you have only one port, you need to set it up in Tron port. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it, and if you want to watch more videos like this, you can click on the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.